wonder if Toronto is ready to stop faking. You see, when you actually approach the internet like it's a mass tool for communication, not like a tool for propagation, um, your approach kind of makes you want to feel what's going on for real. So, all that to say, like, if you're gonna use it to call 100 people, you want to literally call 100 people, and for those 100 people to literally be on the other side of the line and answering back. But if you're just propagating, you just want access to people whether they're there or not. You don't technically care about them responding back because you don't care about the response. You're just here to propagate, and you'll kind of look for the response back on your bottom end to see if propagation has been going correct. So the reason why I'm saying propagation, because that was the original term for marketing. Propaganda was the original term, and they changed the term, called it marketing later. You know what I mean? So we use terms like marketing and strategies, promotions, and all these things. But the original perspective of what we do now for business and to grow our wealth, that was called propaganda. So, will Toronto ever be ready to stop faking, to stop caring about propagating themselves, and to just use the internet as a mass tool to connect, right? Just instead of having a phone call with one person, you're having a phone call with 100, with 1,000, with 10,000, a million people, right? But it's authentic. You see that I'm authentically doing that, and it resonates in the real world because you're actually that connected to those people in real life. So, all that to say, our city is huge, but it's kind of small. And all the popular people are pretty much like we know who they are. Like, I don't want to say any names, but we pretty much know who the actual popular individuals are. Folks who um been in the media, or they've done things that have made them popular in the city, literally been a part of whatever. So when you see those individuals' numbers organically being at a certain level, it kind of doesn't make sense. Then when you look at other individuals who are saying they're at these great levels because they're propagating themselves, seeing their numbers be so much larger than the individuals in the city who are actually popular but not interested in propagating themselves. They're interested in just having communication with as many people as possible, meaning that every phone call has to connect. It doesn't make sense if there's no point. There's no point in establishing that connection if there's no one on the other side of the line. So, for instance, they'll post YouTube videos and not promote it in terms of SEO, um, Google Ads, and those things. They're just gonna promote it on your personal channels, send it to friends and DMs, and like the old school way of using the internet. That just gets you organic traffic. Now you're gonna grow hella slow, right? But in like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, at that consistent rate, every single fan and every single connection you have is an authentic, real, organic connection. Like, it's not fake. Versus if you propagate, right, you could be getting bots. The reason why you could be getting bots, even if you're not paying for bots, when you propagate, you put yourself within the algorithm to be considered a high tiered landing spot just in the world of servers, just where algorithms are going and switching around and swimming. Those other individuals who gets those electronic readings, they're like, oh, they see your name or your page or your location, your IP or whatever you want to call it, as a space to connect with money because you put money in. You put money in, so they see that. They could see in the algorithm that, oh, something is calculating to send traffic here or to push traffic there or whatever the case may be. And they'll set their bots up so that they can try and intercept traffic. So you'll post a video, you'll post on social media, and boom, a bunch of bots are in your comments, and not as many organic comments are there. Maybe you have a bunch of views, but no comments. So what ends up happening is you have to start making narratives and saying, well, you know what? People might just be coming, listening to the music, and they're just scrolling to the next track. And they might like, but they're not commenting. And that may very well be true because we are in that age where people are just in scroll culture. They scroll and double tap, scroll, double tap, not really stop and comment unless you really are affected by the content to leave something, to leave a comment. So, back to the main question, because I asked this. I asked this to start the video, I asked it again, and I'll ask it one more time. Is Toronto ready to stop faking? To stop trying to propagate ourselves as successful individuals and to just go through the slow, ugly grind of gaining fans one by one, building an actual audience from actually providing a value to each connection you create? And it might be grueling. It might even look embarrassing because you see so many others with a million followers. And